Hello and welcome. Today we've got something special for you. So sit down, take a around, and enjoy. Whoa! Holy shit! Where the hell am I? Huh, this place looks nice. Ah, right up my alley. Hello and welcome to finally another 101 class. Oh yes! You've asked it, you've got it. Another 101 class. Been promising this one for a while. There's so much other stuff to do, so many other videos to make. But finally I'm like, you know what? The fans want it. I want it. So let's do it. So here it is, a new 101 class. Today, it's all about the Exiles. Yes. For those of you who don't know anything about Exiles, or for those of you who have read Exiles, here is my 101 class on the Marvel comic Exiles. So sit down, stick around, and as always, enjoy. So we're going to start the review here. For those of you who don't know in the beginning, that weird noise and me magically appearing out of nowhere, there's a reason for that. Something to do with the Exiles. So we're going to get into that. But the first thing I want to do here is take a drink of my 7-Up Retro. Yes, look at that. 7-Up Retro. Not really the cans that I like. I enjoyed the zebra print can, but what do you know? I couldn't find it, so I had to get this instead. So I'm going to have a drink of a smooth, refreshing 7-Up Retro. Because Pepsi's a big sponsor of the show here. And so I got to put their product on, you know, on the videos. And what's that? We're not sponsored by Pepsi? We're not sponsored by anyone? There's a shocker. Anyways, I'm still drinking this shit, man. It's gold. Tasty. Just like Mountain Dew throwback. Just like Pepsi throwback. 7-Up Retro. Get your can today. Alright, put this down here now. Welcome to the 101 of Exiles. Now, people are going to ask me what is Exiles? If you've seen this comic in a local comic shop, you're like, what the hell is this thing? I'm going to explain it to you guys in the best possible fashion that I can. To start off everything with right away, I'm talking about Exiles, the old Exiles, not the new Exiles, because there was a division after issue 100, and there was a changeover made, and then Chris Claremont took over writing. It's not exactly the same anymore since Claremont's been writing it. So I'm kind of talking about the first Exiles comic to come out before what we have right now. Not that I'm saying what we have right now isn't any good. I'm not saying that. I'm just for the basis of this 101, it's just the old team, and maybe we'll talk about the new team in a 102. Who knows? So Exiles, basically what it is, the most simplistic way to explain it, if you've ever seen, well, a lot of people compare it to Quantum Leap, and although it's kind of true, there are some similarities with Quantum Leap. In Quantum Leap, every time that he leapt into another alternate reality, or another timeline, or whatever the case may be, he always assumed the guise of the individual he leapt into the body of, type thing. This is a little different, so I'm not going to compare it to Quantum Leap, although it has a lot of similarities, don't get me wrong. I'm going to compare it more to Sliders, because it's almost identical to what Sliders was. And in the show Sliders, for those of you who don't remember, you know, Jerry O'Connell, Sliders, Jerry O'Connell, Piranha, 3D. Oh my god, I love this Roland Piranha 3D. He's so greasy. So for Sliders, basically what it was a bunch of people who were together, and then they slid or jumped from dimension to dimension, from timeline to timeline, and then did things in each dimension in order to try to fix it or whatever, survive, and then jump to the next one, and jump to the next one, and jump to the next one. That's pretty much what it was. So in Exiles, it's kind of the same thing. So what we have is the Time Broker. And this guy is basically the man in charge. And what he does is he brings all these different people from different realities, all X-Men in the beginning, because they're called Exiles, and there's a reason for that. He brings them all together and basically tells them, look guys, you've been unhinged from time. I need your help. I'm going to send you guys in all these parallel dimensions. And what's going to happen is every time you jump into a parallel dimension, you're going to have a mission. And the mission will be associated to, it's kind of like a gold bracelet, a watch. It kind of depends. It looks different on different people. It's called the Talus. And the Talus is kind of like their communication. The Talus talks to the person wearing it, the leader, and basically tells them what their mission is. AKA, let's say, I don't know, your mission here is to kill Magneto. Alright, well, then you gotta go and kill Magneto. So, it's pretty much what it is. Now, they jump from different continuities, from different parallel dimensions, but it's all within the Marvel Universe. So you don't necessarily have these people just jumping into the X-Men universe. They also, you know, they jump around. It's all Marvel, but they'll meet the Fantastic Four, they'll meet other people. So it's really cool in that sense that you get a little bit of everything. So these guys are picked by the Time Broker, and basically they're told, look, you're going to be jumping from dimension to dimension, and you got to do what this Talus tells you to do. Now, if you don't do it, what'll happen is you'll never go back to your time, number one, so I'll never put you back where you were, and number two, everything you know in the universe will come to an end. Because of these hiccups, as they call them, in the time continuity of all these different dimensions, they have to fix it. If they don't fix it, then that'll cause a ripple effect all through the cosmos, and basically everything all goes to hell. So that's pretty much what it is. So they agree to this because, well, you know, they want to go back home, and they don't want their universe to end up dead, and everybody they know dead, and blah, 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 blah. So you kind of understand where I'm going with this. Now, the heroes that are chosen in the beginning of the original team, there's Magnus, who is actually the son of, in his reality, of Magneto and the Scarlet Witch. So Magneto and the, ooh, that'd be incest. They thought. My apologies. Why did I say the Scarlet Witch? Magnus is actually the son of Magneto and Rogue. Sorry about that. Not the Scarlet Witch. Why did I think about Scarlet Witch? Probably because she comes later. But anyways, so basically in his reality, Rogue and Magneto hooked up. I don't know how because she can't touch anybody. Who knows how it worked? And created a kid. And this kid is Magnus. So he has both Rogue's powers and Magneto's powers. Very cool dude. We also have Mimic. And Mimic will kind of go as the leader of the group. Mimic is from, we don't really know what dimension he's from. From his reality, though, we know he's a member of the X-Men. And for those of you who don't know, Mimic's powers is to mimic other powers. In the Exiles, he basically has access to 5 powers at a time. Now, usually he has Wolverine, Colossus, and Angel's powers showing pretty often. Like the claws, turning to steel, wings flapping. Usually that's what you see. He has 5 powers stored. If he inherits another power, you know, sucks it out, then he's got to kind of get rid of one in order to replace the others. So that's what he does. That's Mimic. There's also Blink. Blink is a teleporter from the Age of Apocalypse. So she's in there too. She's one of the main characters. Also we have Nocturne, who is actually the daughter of Scarlet Witch and Nightcrawler. So somewheres in her dimension, Scarlet Witch and Nightcrawler got together and then they had a kid and that's her. So basically she teleports like Nightcrawler, but she can also phase into people and kind of temporarily possess them. So the next person is John Proudstar, aka Thunderbird. This Thunderbird is from a reality where he was changed into one of Apocalypse's 4 horsemen, the Horseman War. So he's pretty much a big brute on a team. Not really caring or compassion or anything because he's got all that brainwashing going on that Apocalypse did on him. So he's kind of one of the Age of Apocalypse type horseman, but he's not from that era though, not from that dimension, but that's what he would have been had he been there. It's kind of what it is. And last and certainly not least, every team needs comedic relief, and the comedic relief comes in the form or forms of Morph. Morph, where he's from, is actually a very powerful X-Men. Good for you, Morph! Good for you. You finally did something with yourself. So Morph is, he's like a comedic relief, I guess, because he's always changed into somebody else, looking like another hero and all that. Anyways, so basically that's the team. These people are sent by the Time Broker in order to jump from reality to reality in order to fix the wrongs and then jump again. Now, the thing you'll note about the series is there's not only one set of Exiles. The Time Broker, knowing that some missions involve more bloodshed and stuff like that, and these X-Men don't really, not saying don't agree to it, they're just, it's not in them to do stuff like that. So he has a second version of the Exiles, which consists of, well, namely, like Sabretooth, Deadpool, these people, so, which are called Weapon X. Woo! Who would have known? So they do the more rugged stuff. The thing that's neat about the series, and the thing that really set it apart, is that not only do you get the whole jumping around, so you get to see all these different heroes, but the thing that's neat about the series is that anyone can die at any time. And that's key, because the second, if anyone dies in a series, let's see one of the heroes, let's see Mimic gets killed, Mimic dies, then somebody else is sent to take his place right away. So somebody else pops up, bloop, hello, my name is DCompose, I've been unhinged from time, and I've been sent here by the Time Broker to help you dudes out. So, that's pretty neat. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. A lot of people in this series, not only the main characters, but all the other people from all the other dimensions, no one is safe. It's nuts. That's what made it so cool. You never knew from one second to another if one of these heroes that you've been reading about for months was gonna bite the big one. Because you just don't know, and it's neat. It's probably one of the most attracting things about the comic, is that we get to see all these dimensions, we get to actually, you know, we get to learn about these characters, we get to care about these characters, and the next thing you know, these characters, one's off, the other one's off, the other one's off. And if you complete your mission, you complete your destiny or whatever it may well be, you can be taken and put back into your timeline. So, it's very neat. Trust me, it is probably one of the better Marvel series that's still, you know... Is it all gold? No. It's not all gold. But it's definitely, for the casual Marvel reader, it's definitely a very fun series to get into. I love it. I just love, because I'm a big fan of Sliders and Quantum Leap and stuff like that. So I mean, I was instantly drawn to this, and it's really, really, really cool. So, and also the characters are neat, because the characters aren't like status quo. Like some characters, you know what I mean, you'll see, I don't want to spoil this, that's why I'm really being really vague in what I'm saying and stuff, because there's a lot of surprises that happen along the way. Like some people will get pregnant, some people will do this, some people will get killed, some couples will break up, some people will be revealed to be homosexual, some people, all kinds of stuff happens. So it's a very, like, the characters are very realistic. So, other than the fact you have superheroes, superpowers, sorry, but they're still, like, they're very down to earth, and that's what makes the series so interesting to read. For those of you who are like, well, I don't know, you know, maybe it's good, maybe it's not good, I'm not really big on the characters that are in there. Keep in mind, they jump everywhere, and that's neat. The fact they jump from storyline to storyline. In one storyline, they may have to, like I said, kill Magneto. In another storyline, maybe Spider-Man's, I don't know, a vampire. Maybe in the next storyline, no, Thor is Doctor Doom. It's weird shit, but it's awesome. So that's why I thoroughly enjoy the series, and that's why I'm giving it its own 101 right now, because it's definitely worth it. The characters are interesting, the story is interesting, everything about it is interesting. especially the first series. So between issues 1 and 100. Very neat. So, that concludes my Exiles 101. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you go out there and buy some issues. You know, start with the first one. Don't get confused or mixed up. Trade paperbacks are available. There's like volumes 1 through 6. Like these big books. They're awesome. Really, take the time. Go out. Read it. Let me know what you think. And as always, visit my website like all the time. And also, look me up on Twitter, man. Follow me on Twitter. I do shit on Twitter nobody else does. What's that? Everybody does what I do? Huh? Really? Ha ha! Okay. Apparently everybody does what I do on Twitter. But still, it's me. Come on, guys. What else? What else can I shamelessly plug? I know. 7-Up Retro. Ooh, feel the love. They should seriously pay me for this shit, man. You know it's good. They should pay me for this shit. Alright guys, take care. Till next time. Later. Ah, this is good. What, we're still rolling?